Let's talk about the hot stock of the day, and that is definitely Pheonix Mills. And we have the Canada Pension Board signing an agreement with the company. We get in the nitty-gritties of those details, as well as talk about what the outlook is for Pheonix Mills going forward. Two very special guests with us today on the show. We have Atul Ruya, Joint Managing Director, Pheonix Mills, as well as Shishir Srivastav, the Group CEO and Joint Managing Directors. Thank you so much for being with us today on ET Now and joining in. We have so much to chat with you about. I'm going to come to you first, Mr. Ruya. This is a one-of-a-kind deal, so congratulations, a very significant development when it comes to retail assets in the Indian market. So tell us some more details. What are the deal metrics exactly with CPPIB?
Thank you. So they've invested into our subsidiary company, Island Star Developers, and the first tranche is about 730 crores. They hope to acquire 49% in multiple tranches. And we envisage an investment upwards of 1,600 crores in order for them to get to 49%. The money will be used to build out and buy new and existing greenfield and brownfield shopping malls. So we are really looking to create a special platform with them in the shopping center space.
So, hi Mr. Ruya, this is Mubina as well joining in, and congratulations to you. Now that you have a steady long-term partner in CPPIB, give us details on what are your key ambitions going forward.
So we remain very focused to be the market leader in the space we are, which is retail malls, and very excited to have a Canadian Pension Board as a partner. They are one of the largest shopping center owners in the world. They own around $10 billion worth of shopping centers across Europe, America, and the Asias. They have a very long-term view on the asset class, and in spite of all the turmoil one is seeing in North America in shopping centers, they remain very focused on build-out in Asia. So I believe they, like us, want to build marquee assets, which are leadership assets, and have a long-term hold strategy on these assets. What excites them and us about India is the fact that these assets are, we've seen, for instance, the mall in Bangalore, which is their seed asset, has grown more than 15–20% in terms of sales and bottom line for the last 6 years. So they are, and we see that going out into the future in a similar trajectory. So they are really excited about India, the consumption story, and they believe in the sector.
India is the place to be, and Mr. Srivastav, I'd imagine you'd of course be equally excited. Tell us a little bit about numbers. Have you kept any targets in terms of numbers or area developed for the joint platform?
Sure. I think as Pheonix Mills, we've seen a long journey in the last 10 years. 10 years ago, we were we owned less than 1 million square foot, one retail asset in the country. Today we have close to little more than 6 million square feet in our portfolio spread across the country. Our ambition is, of course, to double this portfolio in the coming 5 to 6 years. And we hope to achieve that through this partnership.
Oh yes, and I must say Pheonix Mills has been one of the go-to malls really for people living in South Mumbai. But Mr. Ruya, I want to come back to you. You did speak about how CPPIB has been very successful in North America and other markets when it comes to malls. Why do you think CPPIB has invested in this platform? What do you think has been the key attraction for them as far as retail assets in India is concerned?
So CPPIB has a strategy which is to partner with the market leader, and I'm glad to say that they considered us that. So here, when they wanted to come to India, they looked for a single partner in retail assets, a single partner in commercial assets. So I think pretty much once they decided that we were that partner, and this diligence went on for quite a period. I would have to say we had meetings at every level from Europe to the US before we entered this joint venture. And I think they believe very strongly in the India consumption story. They, during conversations over the last 2-3 days, everyone seems to acknowledge across the globe that India is the go-to destination. Indian consumption is the story to be with. And they've seen the track record. It's not just our Bangalore mall, but most of our large market leadership malls, which are growing at these similar kind of growth rates of 15-20% annually. So these are very exciting numbers from their perspective, especially when you compare with North America or Europe. They don't see this kind of annual growth. So I think the combination of the great India consumption story, a good strong partner which we hope we will live up to, and of course the India story, fundamentally the infrastructure growth and rollout. I think this combination certainly had them excited about the investment.
Shishir, the pre-money enterprise value of ISM DPL or Island Star Mall developers expected about 2,200 crores for this investment, with an implied cap rate of about 6%, indicating the kind of renewed interest in retail and commercial office assets which we've been talking about. Can you take us through how this valuation exactly was arrived upon and what the outlook is for the space going forward?
So, Pheonix Market City at Bangalore is a leadership asset in that city. In FY17, the 9 months of FY17, we've seen 15% growth in consumption in that asset for the same period last year compared to the same period last year. Rental and EBITDA growth for the 9 months has shown close to a 15% growth again. And this is the trend that we've seen in the last 5 years that this asset has been operational. There are several changes happening within this asset going forward. There are upgrades, there are new tenants moving in, rental growth rates are on the upswing, and I believe that all of this clubbed with the Pheonix brand name and Pheonix partnership has been the reason why CPPIB has evaluated and valued this asset at close to 2,200 crore enterprise value.
Okay, fair enough. Shishir, I want to understand how will you be utilizing the proceeds of this deal? Will you be plowing back the entire proceeds in the business, or would you probably be using it to retire off your debt? I understand it's standing at about 480 crore rupees, where Island Star Mall is concerned. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, the number is more or less correct, what you state. I think this asset is leveraged appropriately. The objective of, or the mandate for the utilization of these funds is to grow the platform, which is Island Star, and the entire money is going to be plowed back into the business for further acquisitions of greenfield and brownfield projects and operational assets. There are several that we have been evaluating, and we hope to be able to conclude several transactions in the coming few months. As I mentioned, the objective is to grow this platform significantly, and we hope to see maybe another 5 or 6 million square feet of retail assets getting added through this platform.
Mm-hmm. And Atul, give us some details on the kind of assets that the platform will be investing in. Have you identified any assets that you're looking to acquire going forward? Because we understand that Island Star Mall already owns Pheonix Market City in Bangalore.
That's right. I think we have identified both cities and potential assets. as they. So some of the cities we certainly look at are Calcutta, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad. Cities which we would categorize tier 1 and also where we don't have a significant presence at this time. We would also look at the next 10 big cities to roll out. So it's quite a big canvas that we have for us. I think we are at an advanced stage in a few transactions, but as soon as we are closer to closing them, we'll be happy to share the information. As Shishir says, we would certainly like to be building out 5 or 6 assets, each of which over 1 million square feet by the end of 12 months from now. So that's probably the best clarity I can give on how the money will be deployed.
Okay, fair enough. Shishir, I just want to come to you, moving a little away from, of course, this partnership. I want to understand an on-ground snapshot of how your rental assets are performing currently. What is the kind of run rate that Pheonix Market City Mall is enjoying?
Pheonix Market City at Bangalore. Well, in the 9 months, as I mentioned, I think we've seen a 14 to 15% growth in our rental income. We've seen a number close to 80 crore as the rental income for the previous 9 months, and that we remain very confident that that's going to grow significantly in the next 12 months as well.
To add to that, I think several of our malls are exhibiting similar growth patterns, and it started with Lower Parel, which exhibited this 15 to 30% growth per annum for the first 6-7 years of its operation. But we've been very, I would have to use the word overjoyed to see that performance extend out to several other assets, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, even Pheonix Market City in Mumbai North at Kurla exhibits similar trend lines. So all of these assets have shown us 15-20% sales growth annualized and 15-20% rental growth also sort of over the last longer period. I think one distinction I want to make here is it's not that every mall is going to perform like this. It is that the leadership mall in the city is an outlier and performs much, much better, attracts all the big brands, attracts all the new brands, consolidates all the new international and national brands, and becomes that single hub where people end up shopping. So it's that journey that allows these extraordinary trajectories in terms of sales growth, not just for the mall, but also for the retailers in the mall.
Yep. So, it's a positive conclusion that we've got for the overall space as a whole. Very exciting times. And thank you so much for joining in and being with us today on ET Now. We've got a lot of clarity on this deal. Congratulations yet again. And we look forward to more such exciting talks as well as growth prospects for Pheonix Mills.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.